truth, and the life. The Lord is getting us ready, so we got to stop thinking about ourselves and think about what the Lord is trying to do for us. I can tell you this right here. So I can't even count how many times that we needed something done at home, and I consider myself a jack of all trades. I feel like I can do everything, and when by the time I go to do it, the only thing I do is make matters worse. So then I get to see and work with the kids and tell my wife, baby, it was like that. Well, I got it. I did it a little better. But you know what? See, God wants us to set our minds on Him. See, God don't want us to do it alone anymore. God wants us to seek Him. See, because it is a fact that God is our refuge and our strength and ever-present help. See, the same way that Jesus warned His disciples is the same way that He's warning us today. But see, we don't listen. We don't listen and we don't seek God's help because the problem is we can't hear God talking to us because our life is too loud. We got to turn it down a bit. So it's a fact that we got the problem. It's a fact that we can do bad all ourselves. But it's another fact that God has the solution. So it's time to change people. It's time to get right or you're going to get left. But see, there's a process to the change. See, there's a right way in the process. There's a wrong way through the process. Take a piece of raw chicken. Have anybody in here ever seen raw chicken cooked in a matter of seconds? You have it. It takes some preparation. Raw chicken carries a lot of bacteria and a lot of stuff in it. And if it's undercooked, it can be some major trouble for whoever got it. But when it's properly prepared, then it's safe to eat and it's probably good, depending on grandmama or mama or something like that. So it's probably good, you know. But see what I'm getting at is, see, we like that piece of raw chicken. We come to God full of a bunch of mess. We come to God with a bunch of stuff from our past. We come to God with a bunch of stuff that we carry with us, and we just full of a whole lot of mess. But you know what? When we allow God to work in our lives, when we allow the change to take place in us, then everything's going to be all right. To have a setback. The enemy is waiting on you to slip up. But someone tell you that don't be deceived. That's what Jesus said. Many, the false prophets are going to deceive many. That goes in, but there's going to be many people that's going to try to deceive you in these last days. But the thing is, but God can take us from raw to ready. You can look ready on the outside, but you'll be raw on the inside. You can be pretty on the outside, but be ugly on the inside. So when I can look at that and say, behind my smile, because I had some bad days in my life. I had some rough ones too. I've been struggling. Lord knows I've been struggling. See, it's stuff I've been going through in my life, and I had some sleepless nights. But when I can look in that mirror and I can say, I don't look like what I've been through, because somebody needs to dance in the hand. Because you can say, because you don't look like what you've been through. When God got a hold of me, I went from seeking personal pleasure to seeking the kingdom of God. Become so blind that you can't see that we serve the best. Because if you give God your best, when you're going through your mess, God will take care of the rest. So don't be a Christian without victory in your life and carry with you the rest of your life mess. So Jesus told his disciples here that no man knows when he's going to come. Not the angels in heaven nor the Son, but only the Father. As it was in the days of Noah. So if God woke you up this morning, then you've been given a second chance. You've been given a second chance to get it right or to do better than you did yesterday. See, it's time to go hard or go home. It's time to fight strongholds on our mind. It's time to slay some giants in our lives. It's time to stand and not sleep. It's time to push. It's time to push and it's time to push. And you know what? When you push means pray until something happens. So it's time to pray to change in me. It's time to pray to change in you. I want you to be in that zone. I want the Lord to say, well done, my good and faithful servant. Because when we all get to heaven, what a day of rejoicing. God has given us the opportunity to get right. And they get out from among them. See, we live in like our way. And when you live like your way, that equals sin. Romans 6, it says the wages of sin is death. So we living in sin. That tells me that we put our minds on cruise control. And when your mind on cruise control, that tells me that you walking dead, you living dead, you dead on the inside, you dead on the outside. See, if you're on cruise control, that tells me you don't know where you're headed in life. That tells me you're straddling the fence. You don't know if you want to be wrong or you don't know if you want to be right. I'm here to tell you that you're wrong. So we only got time left to live for God. See, your time is running out. Because if we don't check ourselves before we wreck ourselves, and we leave ourselves unchecked, and that leads to misery, pain, confusion, all kinds of things. But see, God is not the author of confusion, but peace of all his children. Don't be confused and deceived. Jesus said prophets will deceive many. People will tell you what you want to hear just to get you in their pockets. Because bad company corrupts good character. And I know that everyone in here knows that you're known by the company that you keep. God is telling someone right now to come out from among them. God is telling somebody right now to get out of Sodom and Gomorrah. See, He wants you to leave that old stuff. He wants you to leave that old habit. All that baggage that you've been carrying with you. See, what God wants to do in our lives, see, God is getting ready, and God wants us to get ready to get rid of everything in our lives that's not of Him. See, not a couple of things, not a few things, but all things. All, he looked up all, and all means all. So what He wants to do, He wants us to stop holding back and get rid of it. So He wants us to stop wearing it. He wants us to stop laying around. He wants us to stop being lazy and making excuses. He wants us to get rid of all the drugs, get rid of all that alcohol in our lives. No more sugar mamas, no more sugar daddies. He wants us to get rid of all that old ways, all that negative attitude. He wants us to get rid of all that negative talk. See, a part of getting right is talking right. You gotta talk right to get right. Because we can't go around talking the talk because we know a little something. Because talk is cheap if your walk isn't deep in the Lord. So, we're living in the days now where you gotta stop playing games and start praying. Because God will direct our path. So we got to learn how to break up and break away from the wrong people and the wrong things in our lives. Because in wrong, like I said before, wrong is always going to make excuse for wrong. See, this day and time when people get in relationships or whatnot, and they really got a relationship, I don't know how they did it back in the day, but this day and time when people get a relationship, they got the tendency they'll call them up on the phone, talk face to face, and say, hey, I just want to let you know it's not you, but it's me. So that's what people tell themselves. That's what we need to tell the wrong in our lives, or that wrong someone in our lives. It's me with the problems. It's me that needs to change. It's me that is still wrong. Because the truth is, it's me that's going to get right. It's me that's going to change. And it's me that has to get ready. I'm determined to get right so I won't have to get left. See, it's a move of God. It's a move of God in a way. See, a lot of us go wrong when we end up doing like what Lot's wife did. See, God want to deliver us from whomever is mentally and physically draining us and holding us back from doing His will. See, that's not the way to get right. That's a sure way to get left. We got to turn to God and not away from God. See, the problem is too many Christians today don't even try to stay right. That's the problem with too many people today. See, what we got to do today, we got to live these days as is our last. Here in the scriptures, it tells us in Matthew 24:40 and 41, it said, two guys going to be out hanging out. Yeah. It said two men is going to be working. Yeah. It said two guys going to be doing some yard work. Two women will be out getting their nails done, out shopping. But then the Bible tells us that one's going to be left and one's going to be taken. So we got to get right or we're going to get left. Because I want to be in that number. What I want to say is, you're never going to control your behavior. See, the focus, we need to focus on where we're going and not where we've been. See, we got to start living right. So what I got to say today is, when trouble comes, remember who you're working for. When you feel weak, remember that you're strong. Don't let life and life and things around you bring you down. Don't let the events that's going on out here in the world sway who you are and change who you are. Because see, the devil wants to deceive you. The devil wants to steal your crown. The devil wants to kill your confidence. The devil wants to destroy you. The devil wants to control you. The devil is determined to take your destiny. The devil wants to steal the life that God gave you. And the devil wants to tear you up from the inside out. But I got news for you, devil. The Bible is right and you sure is wrong. The Bible is not lying. This is the Lord. I'm not going to lay my Lord down. I'm going to walk in the light. I'm a big boy, devil. I'm a big girl, devil. But you know what? I'm going to take a licking and I'm going to keep on ticking. I'm not going to break. I'm not going to fail. I'm not going to waste any more time in my life on you, baby. I'm blessed by the best. I'm blessed when I'm going in. I'm blessed when I'm going out. I'm blessed when I'm going down. I'm blessed when I'm going up. I'm blessed by the best. You know what? I'm blessed because he picked me up. I'm blessed because he turned me around. And he placed my feet on a higher ground. See, in these last days, everyone sees you. Everyone sees you in these last days. God sees you in these last days. So what God is trying to tell us today is how you going to respond. How you going to act. Will you change? Do you want to change? We got to remember this one thing in these last days. God can do exceedingly and abundantly above all things that we ask. We got to remember that. So listen here, people. We have to get right so that we won't get left.
Good job.
I just thank God for this. And today is a special day. Today is a special day. And God's been so good in my life. And I was going to say, and along with what I've been talking about, I went through a lot in life. I went through a whole lot in life. I'm going to tell you something about getting right or getting left. I was on the wrong path in life. I was on the wrong path in life. Before I met my wife, I was on the wrong path in life. I was drinking. I was doing everything I wanted to do. My path was wrong before I met my wife. But let me tell you what God did for me. I was talking to a girl. And this girl took me through because I let her get this right here. I let her get my mind. One day, I got in some trouble over this girl. And I felt like, man, my life is over with. So I sat in my apartment one night, in my home one night. I sat in my home one night and I tried to take my life. I took a knife. I started slashing my wrist. But you know what? I called family. I called my brother. I said, I love you. I said, this is it for me. I'm done. But you know what? God spared me that night. God spared me that night. I want to do my hand today because God spared me that night. I found the woman in my dreams. She's exactly what I prayed God to see. She made me a better man. I paid my tithes in church. We got blessed with a new home that we built from the ground up. I got blessed with a car that I always wanted. I got blessed with a great job. And I'm blessed with 2 twin babies. God is good. That's what happens when you get right. Because you can get left. That's what God did for me in my life. That's what God is asking somebody today. That's what God is asking somebody today. God wants to know who wants to get right before you get left. That's what God wants to know. Who wants to get right before you get left. See, God is a good God. I can't make anybody do anything, but all I can do is tell you how God has been good to me. And all I can do is tell you what God is doing for me. You know, so you got to think about how God been good to you, because you can tell yourself that you're right. But you don't never know until you actually sit there and look in the mirror and say, am I doing everything right? Because that's something you have to think about. That's something you have to think about. Now, here today, if it's anybody in here right now, if it's anybody in here, I mean, I'm not saying you have to be perfect, and I'm not saying that you have to change right here and sound my voice. But I'm just saying, is there anybody in here today that say, you know what, there's some things in my life wrong. I'm doing 99 things right, but I got one thing wrong. If it's just one thing in your life today, just come to the altar. Just come to the altar. Just come to the altar and just take it to God in prayer. Take it to God in prayer is all you have to do. You know, I mean, you've been praying for that job and you just doing what you can to make ends meet your own. But take it to God in prayer because God can make a way for you out of no way. That's what He can do.